Can we have a little quick car chat while I'm looking down the road for the littles to come? I did a thing today and I was quite nervous, a bit worried about it, to be honest. But for a while now I've had a few issues and things going on at one of the places that I work at. And I'm not here to moan about the place or to say anything about anyone and all that sort of thing. But for a while, I've not been happy there. So, and eventually I just realised on shift the other night that it just isn't for me anymore. My heart, I've gone from happiest person ever, can't wait to go, dead excited for working, to completely dreading it and anxiety kicking back in, being a bit of a mess, wanting to go, and my heart just wanting it no more up there. So I decided just to have a little chat with the right people, with work and stuff. Yeah, and there's some changes coming, shall we say. So I can't say too much because I'm about to put this on the internet as my daily thing. So I'm not going to say much more than that, but there are some changes coming. I've always spoken about the things, the issues and stuff that I have, or the worries that I've had and all that, and I will say the company that I work for have been brilliant. I've never really had any issues with, oh gosh, I've got to ring them or anything like that. I think they've heard enough of my ramblings and everything over the years anyway, so, and I don't think it was any shock to them either. So, but we've had a bit of a discussion, had a little bit of a chat, made a bit of a plan for going forward. But I was just going to say, I know I put it up on Instagram before, but I think the post has been took down, you know, my love-hate relationship, and I take everything off, then I put things on and all that. But when I worked at Derby Pride Park a long time ago, and I went in one morning and there was one of the managers packing up a box. So I says, you're early, because I was always one of the first ones there because of what I did when I was there. And he says, I'm leaving. And I remember thinking, why are you leaving? And I said it to him because he's always so happy and nothing's ever a bother, that sort of person. And he said that he's always gone by the rule of, if you start to dislike where you're working, move on. He says you spend more time at work now than what you do with your family or any free time. He says, so you have to be doing something that you like. He says, obviously, if there's a problem, you get it sorted, that sort of thing. You know, he is talking when you really start to about somewhere. And so he went off, found himself a new job, handed his notice in, and he moved on somewhere else. And it's always sort of sat with me, you know, because you are away from your family, you're away from what you want to do and things like that. And if you're going to go somewhere and feel so shockingly miserable doing it, it's not worth it. It's not worth the money, it's not worth your time away, missing out on things. You know, missing out on things with the kids just feels 10 times worse. Whereas if you enjoy it and stuff, it doesn't seem so bad. So yeah, I didn't do it I wasn't cross, nothing had happened. I wasn't like ranting that something had happened and all this sort of thing. It was just a very calm realization of, yeah, that's it, you know. So you know, I did pray about it, because by doing what I've done now, makes changes in lots of different areas. It'll make some really good changes, but it's also going to, could be a little problematic in others and this sort of thing. But yeah, I prayed about it and rang, had the conversation, and I feel very at ease about it, very a sense of calm that everything's going to be okay, you know. And it was something that I needed to do. And going back to the gentleman at Pride Park, if I had actually fully took on what he said, then I would have done this a year ago, maybe a little bit more. No, probably about a year ago, 10 months to a year ago, is when I really should have done what I did today. But never mind, it's done now. So let's see what the plan is, shall we, when it comes out a little bit more, what the plan is and what I'm going to do, what I'm doing next, and all that sort of thing. Because, you know, you can't just not work. I mean, that would be quite nice for a bit. I think I'd get a bit bored, mind you. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. And thank you for my rambling and listening to me ramble on about it. I didn't really think it through. I just thought I'd say hello while I'm sat here. And I hope it's recorded alright, because of where the phone is, where my phone's sat. So yeah, back to mummy mode.